Why is the press and the palace refusing to look or comment or report on Meghan Markle's links to the same individual, and most importantly, her relationship, her close personal relationship with Prince Andrew?
And this is sweet. Meghan Markle said she has a finger they can use if they need it.
Wasn't there some speculation that she was on Epstein's yacht at one point in time? There was like photos with her and Prince Andrew way back in the day when she was like in her early 20s. Wow.
Okay. King Charles visited the U.S. to mark the 250th anniversary of American independence from Britain and to seek the release of a British hostage being held by an American.
I tried so hard.
Listen, I brought Meghan Markle, whatever her name is, to my Deal or No Deal celebrity golf tournament. She was one of my Deal or No Deal girls that were, she was a caddy.
It was just another Saturday night until the moment Colin Jost stepped in front of the camera on SNL and delivered a joke that instantly captured everyone's attention. He joked about a fictional condition in a new UK trade deal involving America sending Meghan back, and the audience reacted with...
President Trump also announced a new trade deal with the UK. All that Britain demands in return is that we keep these two.
No! No! I refuse! I'm sick of...
And what makes this moment stand out even more, according to the script, is the claim that SNL's jokes about Meghan and Harry did not start recently. The show had been using their story as material for satire since the early days of their public relationship. Around the time of their wedding, SNL made jokes about Prince Harry's royal status and lifestyle, with the audience reacting with loud laughter. The
children don't know who their daddy.
Then came a series of other SNL moments that kept Meghan and Harry in the spotlight of comedy. From the earlier sketches to the Not Today Satan reference, followed by the trade deal joke, and now the latest hostage line. The script suggests that each segment added another chapter to the ongoing satire surrounding the couple. Over time, these jokes became part of the wider public conversation about their image, media presence, and celebrity status.
Meghan Markle is once again getting trolled. Oh, poor Meghan, the most trolled person in the entire world.
The script suggests that after years of similar jokes and references, the reaction from audiences has continued to grow stronger. It describes a long-running pattern where the same comedy platform and viewers have watched the story unfold over time, with each new joke receiving an increasingly noticeable response. According to
the monarchy, what did you think it was going to be like?
Well, I didn't do any research about what that would mean.
You didn't do any research?
No. I've never looked up my husband online.
What? Let me introduce this thing called Google, okay? Over there, I think it's called Lori. It's full of useful information. For instance, turns out your husband knew Princess Di. That might have been a hint that this was going to be a rough gig. So while you're Googling, you might want to try the combo Andrew, Island, and Epstein.
Suggests that this moment was not just a casual joke from an unknown comedian, but came from one of America's biggest comedy platforms. It presents SNL's segment as a reflection of wider public conversations surrounding Meghan Markle's image and reputation. According to
the hatred for Meghan is all over the place. She has burned way too many bridges, so it doesn't surprise me at all. And hence why we're getting jokes like this, because she's become the joke. Meghan Markle is completely a joke at this point.
Sharp-eyed viewers, according to the script, saw something deeper behind the joke. They argued that it was not just a simple punchline, but a reflection of changing public attitudes toward Meghan Markle and her public image. The script suggests that when a major comedy platform begins making jokes about a public figure, it can be seen as a sign that broader conversations and opinions have already shifted among audiences.
Prince Andrew's confiding to friends about the not-so-secret relationship with him and Meghan Markle, and this is why Prince Harry wants to end the marriage, and is so disgusted he can barely touch his woman.
Since you like that, here's another.
The script then shifts to another wave of online attention, claiming that shortly after the SNL joke, a series of photos began circulating across social media. It describes images that appeared to show a luxury yacht setting, a glamorous environment, and a group of high-profile individuals, which quickly sparked discussion and speculation among online audiences. According to the script, the images gained attention not only because of what they showed, but because of the lifestyle and public image they appeared to represent. The circulation of the photos added another layer to the ongoing conversation about celebrity culture, media attention, and the way public figures are viewed by audiences around the world.
During the press conference, a reporter asked Trump about Meghan Markle, and this is what he had to say about her.
I'm not a fan of hers, and she probably has heard that, but I wish a lot of luck to Harry. She's going to need it.
Wow. Who had Meghan Markle on their random Trump insults bingo card? Anyone? If you're keeping track, Meghan Markle's got beef with the Queen of England and the President of the United States.
The script describes how the photos quickly became a major topic of discussion online. It claims that users across platforms like Reddit, TikTok, and X began closely examining the images, analyzing details and comparing features in an attempt to identify the person shown. According to the script, online communities turned into self-described investigation groups, studying everything from timestamps to small visual details. Within a short time, many commenters had...
Serena Julia was Jeffrey Epstein's last known girlfriend. She is on record saying that the only times she flew on a plane, went on a yacht, or whatever, was with her boyfriend, Jeffrey Epstein. And here we have Rachel Meghan Markle parading on a yacht since 2014.
The script suggests that the attention around the images was not only because of what they showed, but also because of when they appeared. It describes the photos as looking recent and carefully presented, which led to more discussion and speculation online. According to the script, the timing became the main focus of conversation because the images surfaced during a period when Meghan Markle was promoting new projects, including her Rose brand and upcoming media appearances. The script presents this as a moment where questions about public image, branding, and media narratives became central to the...
Retire, bitch!
The script suggests that the controversy was not only about the photos themselves, but about the memories and discussions they brought back. It claims that the images reminded some audiences of Meghan Markle's life and public image before her marriage to Prince Harry, creating comparisons between her earlier career and the persona she developed later. According to the script, the bigger conversation became about public identity, reputation, and how celebrities reshaped their stories over time. It presents the idea that the photos became a topic of debate.
It's interesting how she's exposing her as a yacht girl, someone who was paid off by rich men to go and hang out.
It suggested that the then Meghan Markle likely spent time with Prince Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein before she even met Prince Harry.
The script suggests that the attention around the images was not only because of what they showed, but also because of when they appeared. It describes the photos as looking recent and carefully presented, which led to more discussion and speculation online. According to the script, the timing became the main focus of conversation because the images surfaced during a period when Meghan Markle was promoting new projects, including her Rose brand and upcoming media appearances. The script presents this as a moment where questions about public image, branding, and media narrative
Girl past set to be exposed in a new documentary that's finally going to air next month. Let's put it this way, I smell a scare.
The script suggests that the reaction to the yacht photos was driven by the contrast some viewers perceived between the images and Meghan Markle's public persona. It claims that, unlike a simple youthful mistake, the discussion focused on questions of image, lifestyle, and the difference between a carefully presented public identity and how audiences interpreted the photos. According to the script, the attention surrounding the images grew because people began comparing different versions of Meghan Markle's public image, creating a wider debate about celebrity branding, personal narratives, and public perception.
He knows that Meghan Markle was a hoe. He knows that Meghan Markle had a relationship with Prince Andrew. He knows that he is stuck in California. He knows he has wrecked his life with a D-list mattress actress.
It seems like that lady is a temptress. She's a siren. She's lured him into the rock.
According to the script, online users began connecting the circulating photos to Meghan Markle's Suits era, a period when she was gaining wider recognition and shaping her public image. It suggests that this was the time when Meghan was developing the polished, confident, and empowered persona that attracted significant public attention. The discussion led some audiences to look back at her earlier career and compare how her public identity evolved over the years.
The pictures are there. We can all see them. Why isn't anybody questioning this?
That's what made the situation so controversial, according to the script. The issue was not simply about a timeline or how many years had passed, but about the difference between two different public images. It suggests that some viewers felt the contrast was not measured in time, but in the way Meghan Markle's personal brand and public identity had evolved. Once people began comparing those different versions of her image, the discussion became difficult to ignore. The focus shifted from the photos themselves to broader questions about celebrity branding, public perception, and how carefully created narratives can change when audiences see things from a different perspective.
Donald Trump has had enough of them. He's privately savaged Prince Harry during King Charles's visit to America. Trump remarked to a British visitor when the conversation turned to Harry, "Can you take him back?" Everyone is fed up with the grifters. I mean, Trump has clearly had enough of the woe is me, ginger and whinger.
Did you like it?
I'm gonna come.
Suddenly, the conversation shifted from the photos themselves to what they appeared to represent. According to the script, some viewers began questioning the contrast between the message of empowerment and authenticity associated with Meghan Markle's public image and the lifestyle shown in the circulating images. The photos spread rapidly across social media, creating widespread discussion before any official response could shape the narrative. But the script suggests that the real focus was never simply about luxury or private moments. It was about perception, public identity, and the idea that a carefully managed celebrity image can face challenges.
NBC has announced plans for a spin-off to the hit series Suits, which will be set in Los Angeles. It will focus on Meghan Markle's character's struggle to balance her legal career while also caring for an unemployed.
According to the script, Meghan Markle's journey into becoming a duchess was not only about her royal marriage, but also about the public image she created around that role. It suggests that every interview, social media post, and public appearance became part of a carefully shaped narrative designed to present a specific identity. The script portrays her brand as something built through consistent messaging, presentation, and media presence.
Meghan Markle was also a close associate of Jeffrey Epstein.
But according to the script, these photos were not part of the carefully planned public narrative. They appeared outside the controlled image that had been presented over time, leading to increased online discussion and speculation. As more people examined and debated the images, the script suggests that critics began using them to question whether the polished version of Meghan Markle's public persona was more carefully created than it appeared.
The irony of her calling Lauren Sanchez trashy, but now quietly realizing, oh crap, I should have befriended her more, is so hilarious to me. Because Lauren Sanchez, same type of thing, but she bagged someone richer and actually who has power. Unlike Harry, Meghan must be so damn jealous. So damn jealous.
Suddenly, the narrative no longer seemed as clear to many people following the discussion online. Thousands of users began analyzing every detail, examining the images closely, and sharing their own interpretations. According to the script, this wave of attention showed how quickly public perception can shift when audiences start questioning the stories and images surrounding a well-known public figure.
What could it be? A mystery for the ages.
But the moment she married Harry, the scrubbing began. Dismissed as misogyny, blamed on bitter royal watchers, pushed so far underground, most mainstream outlets refused to even whisper it.
Reminder, Prince Harry married a talentless Soho house, alleged, named Meghan Markle. And I've seen this before.
And honestly, most people did move on until those photos resurfaced, because they didn't just spark conversation. They poured gasoline on a rumor that never fully died.
The one person who I think has been really happy about all of this is Prince Andrew.
Yeah, boy.
The one person who I think has been really happy about all of this is Prince Andrew. I'm guessing that he has been nudging the royal family. Can you believe what Meghan did, huh? Can you believe it?
Suddenly, even people who once rolled their eyes were asking questions. Old clips started trending. Podcasts dragged the timeline back out. YouTube channels revived pre-wedding exposés that hadn't been touched in years and were now pulling millions of views.
Today's Suits actress Meghan Markle married some unemployed dude who still lives with his grandma.
The algorithm wasn't protecting Meghan anymore. It was feeding on her. And what made it worse were the details that kept piling up.
Wasn't there some speculation that she was on Epstein's yacht at one point in time? There was like photos with her and Prince Andrew way back in the day when she was like in her early 20s. Wow.
Online insiders started dropping hints. Powerful names allegedly tied to those old gatherings. Stories resurfaced painting Meghan as someone who was always calculating, always chasing the next room full of powerful people.
The late Virginia Roberts wanted to call Meghan Markle as a witness. And she said it was exactly because Meghan Markle was a close past associate of Prince Andrew and would have seen or participated or been around whatever he was doing. Why isn't the press calling this out?
And it didn't help that her own blog, The Tig, once casually celebrated dreamy summer getaways and mysterious invitations. The kind of invitations that don't exactly show up in your inbox by accident.
Expose her relationship with Prince Andrew, her sexual relationship with Prince Andrew.
And suddenly, those perfectly curated lifestyle posts started feeling less like inspiration and more like carefully coded PR.
King Charles also presented President Trump with the original bell from a British submarine and said, should you ever need to get a hold of us, just give us a ring.
And then he pivots.
Or Trump could just call the guy saved in his phone as Andrew Island.
What Meghan's team once buried as sexist conspiracy was starting to look less like fiction and more like a question nobody could answer cleanly anymore.
It was planned from the beginning. She denied being interested in the royal family, which she totally was. I know someone who knows the ex-husband who said she had a vision board with Prince Harry on.
And just when it seemed like the storm couldn't get any louder, Meghan made the move that did the most damage. Complete silence.
Buckingham Palace are still covering for them. And what will it take? Will it take something to be exposed that is so terrible that they will actually talk about?
When a scandal hits, most celebrities follow the playbook, deny it, post a quote, blame the press.
Meghan Markle, apparently her goal was to snatch Prince Andrew. But of course, at the time, there was no way she was going to get through or Sarah Ferguson.
But Meghan went completely silent. No Instagram note, no Archwell statement, not even a vague post about truth or resilience, just radio silence. And in today's media world, silence doesn't read as noble. It reads as suspicious. Because when a story is false, the pushback is instant. You correct it. You threaten legal action. You shut it down fast. Especially when it goes straight to the core of your brand.
I'm black and I'm British. Basically, I'm what the royal family was worried the baby would look like.
It was reported that the organizers of King Charles's coronation have officially invited Meghan Markle. And this is nice, at a starting salary of $19 an hour.
But Meghan didn't do any of that. And people noticed. Even her loudest supporters went quiet. The lifestyle influencers, the feminist bloggers, the podcasters. Nobody rushed to defend her because this wasn't easy to spin.
People in Montecito, they are billionaires, they're superstars, and they don't like publicity. They live in Montecito to avoid photographers, and they believe that Harry and Meghan, with their pretty obvious courting, pursuit of publicity, are spoiling the privacy of Montecito.
How do you explain yacht photos when your entire brand is built on humanitarian work and being the underdog who fought her way up?
Why? Why the cover-up when it's so obvious?
To the online crowd, you can't. And that's why the silence felt even louder. Because if it wasn't her, she would have shut it down instantly, loudly, legally. Instead, the silence fed the machine.
I'm black and I'm British. Basically, I'm what the royal family was worried the baby would look like. You know, people ask me, what's worse, British racism or American racism? Let me put it this way. British racism is so bad, white people left. They wanted to be free. Free to create their own kind of racism.
And when the memes, the reels, and the reaction videos started flooding every platform, there was nothing pushing back. No statement, no denial, just a growing wave of people saying out loud what they'd been whispering for years.
Another big revelation was that Meghan said that she and Harry actually got married 3 days before the royal wedding. Great, now I feel like a fool for waking up at 5 a.m. to watch two married people get married.
But behind the scenes, it was anything but quiet. Insiders claimed Meghan was making calls, firing off emails, begging her team to contain the fallout, pushing media contacts to shift the story back to charity work, podcast plans, anything but yacht rumors and SNL jokes.
Electric cars, he's going to Mars. Why isn't he even involving himself with Twitter? It would be like if the Prince of England gave it all up just to marry an actor from Suits.
The image was already locked in. Colin Joss's punchline wasn't just a joke. It gave the internet permission to laugh.
they'd been whispering for years.
There was a sex tape about her.
And once a public figure becomes a punchline on that stage, no PR team can spin fast enough to control it.
She is an absolute user of the media. She uses every conceivable way to try and play the victim and score points.
Meghan, once framed as glamorous and inspirational, was suddenly the face of TikTok memes, YouTube roasts, and Instagram reels breaking down her fall from grace frame by frame.
If you want us to sum up our thoughts, take out the pods and hear me, all right? Because we have a way of talking back in the ends. 30 million pounds? Yeah. Prince Eric stayed over at Tyler Perry's, press cold like Bren and Jerry's. I'm allergic to dairy.
Harry and Meghan, Ronald Reagan, interracial dating, Queen said not today, Satan.
Her empowerment quotes were being stitched over yacht footage. Her motivational speeches turned into satire. Even her supporters struggled to pull the conversation back. And then Hollywood took notice. Whispers spread through industry circles, studios reconsidering offers, brands hitting pause on campaigns.
Why is Meghan Markle still being protected? Andrew's ready to leak the entire thing along with Sarah Ferguson because Fergie allegedly reached out to Meghan Markle for help now that they've lost the titles. But Meghan Markle, being the narcissist psycho that she is, that she discards people, she discards relationships, she doesn't understand the principle that you should never burn bridges.
Not because Meghan wasn't marketable, but because she suddenly looked unpredictable, hard to manage, risky, and in an industry where image is everything, her stock had turned shaky overnight. Because every PR expert knows the same rule. You cannot go viral for the wrong reasons and expect everything to stay exactly the same.
On Oprah, I didn't know. I had no idea how racist they were. It's the royal family. You didn't Google this?
While Meghan scrambled behind the curtain, Harry stood in the spotlight, hit by a scandal he never saw coming. This wasn't just her mess anymore. It was their brand. And suddenly, his face was in every thumbnail right beside hers.
That's what Harry wrote in his book Spare. At this point in time, I really have to question his mental acuity. How stupid is this man that he actually believes it? Or is it that he wanted to believe?
Headlines pairing yacht girl rumors with Duke of Regret. Royal watchers claimed Harry was blindsided, gone unusually quiet, skipping appearances, staying silent during what should have been their joint cleanup effort.
And in the tape, she's performing a sex act on him that's unbelievable.
One palace source allegedly whispered, "He looks like a man who just read the fine print of his own fairy tale." Critics have always called Harry naive, but now the commentary has turned ruthless. Online, he's being painted as the man who gave up everything for someone who was playing a much longer game than he ever imagined.
Let us have an end to this debate about what makes a good man at B1.
There you go.
You can use that.
Good knowledge.
You can use that.
That's the part. That's the part we're editing out of this interview. Boy, right there. All right.
Very
Unlike
similar
what?
to this experience.
Unlike what?
That's right. You carry on. You were doing great.
No, you're doing great.
And behind the scenes, that united Sussex front is starting to look shaky. Reports claim Harry's been spending more time alone, stepping back from strategy talks, quietly questioning everything. Meghan is reportedly still fighting to steer the narrative, but Harry is growing quieter, more distant.
She has to blame her own choices, her own preferences, and blame it on others because she doesn't have the balls or the ovaries to admit that that's how she likes.
And if the whispers are true, even a little resentful, because there's only so long you can tune out the noise before it starts sounding like the truth.
Harry says, how do you explain to someone who just started dating that they have to curtsy to your own grandmother?
How do you explain that you bow to your grandmother and that you will need to curtsy, especially to an American? Like, that's weird.
Maybe just tell her that your grandmother is the f***ing queen and you're in the royal family.
This was never just about a yacht. It was about the illusion. Meghan didn't just marry into royalty. She pulled off one of the most dramatic personal rebrands in modern history. From struggling actress to global humanitarian, from suitcase girl to duchess, from lifestyle blogger to cultural voice.
Had they had these standards like 40 years ago, Meghan Markle would have not been anywhere near anybody. She wouldn't have been allowed anywhere near the royals. But because of what the state that the royal family is in, she was able to sneak in her.
Every piece of that image was carefully built, polished, packaged, and sold to the world as a flawless transformation, until the cracks started showing.
Oh my God, I can't even. These two, Meghan and Harry, are the worst.
Because Colin Joss's joke wasn't the start of the scandal. It was the moment the mask slipped. Once those photos resurfaced, everything Meghan had spent years pushing down came rushing back. The strategic friendships, the calculated networking, the connections that vanished the moment they stopped being useful. Harry found out about it.
The woman who destroyed her in-laws' family, whose own family doesn't like her, whose the in-laws obviously don't like her, the public doesn't like her, she's stuck because she was an actress who became a real princess, who wants to be an actress again, but has to continue to pretend to be a real princess.
People online started connecting dots between her past and present. And the picture forming wasn't reinvention. Critics said it looked more like Eraser. And to many, that's the real scandal.
I've already settled it for myself. So flattery and criticism go down the same drain, and I'm quite free.
It's not about yachts or champagne. It's about control, about carefully rewriting a backstory that didn't fit the glossy empowerment storyline, about shutting down anything that clashes with the brand.
Harry found out about it and Harry's disgusted. I don't even think he found out about it. I think he finally accepted what he didn't want to accept before.
Because Meghan's power was never built on transparency. It was built on aesthetics, filtered posts, buzzwords, polished interviews. But when real, unfiltered moments break through that perfection, the whole image starts to wobble.
What? Is she possessed?
On anything that clashes with the brand.
What is the number one question that mystifies scientists? Number one question.
Mystifies scientists. Is there life on another planet?
Oh, no. Why does Meghan Markle make her own pretzel bags? They don't know why.
That's interesting. She takes it from one bag and puts it in another bag.
Another bag.
And that confuses people.
This, we're just going to put into a different bag.
And here's the part that really hurts. Once the internet turns you into a meme, it owns you. No PR team, no interview, no podcast can erase it. It sticks. It lives in comment sections and threads that never die.
I read that Harry and Meghan met on a blind date. Here's how they planned it. Meghan was like, I'll be wearing a blue shirt. And Harry was like, I'll be Prince Harry.
And now Meghan isn't just being questioned. She's being redefined. Not as the brave outsider or the royal rebel, but as a brand strategist whose biggest product may have always been herself.
What is she talking about? She didn't know. It's the royal family. They're the original racists.
Turns out Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will still get paid millions of dollars for doing absolutely nothing.
And as the internet keeps dragging old receipts back into the light, that product is starting to lose its shine.
Meghan Markle has ruined your workout regime. Is this true? If so,
Yes, she has. She went to a yoga place, which is my yoga place. But now that she went there, everyone's going to want to go.
Suddenly, the fairy tale looks less like romance and more like a case study in image management.
She was in the most powerful position in the world, where she could have represented her culture, set a new beauty standard, or, set the standards and say to people, this is all.
Because when your story depends on perfection and your past is anything but, the contradictions catch up. And when they do, no title, no publicist, and no podcast can stop what comes next.
ChatGPT has released a new voice assistant feature inspired by Scarlett Johansson's AI character in Her, which I've never bothered to watch because without that body, what's the point of listening?
The yacht girl rumor was never the real point. The real issue is how far someone might go to bury their past, and how fast the internet can dig it back up. Meghan built her empire on being the misunderstood outsider, but now critics say she's being understood a little too.